Hello there, Dick Benedict here. We are playing. Don't worry, I'm not going to keep saying that, but just for these few times, we'll do it. Anyway, we are playing Dark Souls 1 on the PC. This is my guide / walkthrough. And now we are on the 16th installment. It is entitled Heading to Sen's Fortress. So, en route to heading to Sen's Fortress, we are going to pick up a Firekeeper's Soul in Blighttown. Leave Blighttown and then hook up with an elevator outside of the Firelink Shrine and then head back to where Sen's Fortress is. And I'm going to be covering Sen's Fortress quite extensively. We won't be getting every item, okay? We will be picking up the cage key to rescue Big Hat. We're not going to kill the optional giant who opens Sen's Fortress. Just because I didn't discover him until after I had already made the video. But I could have put all this in fast forward, but I decided to myself, let's just not put anything in fast forward in this guide because this game is too grand to do that. I love it. I am under the impression that there's an NPC down here somewhere. I've never found her or him or it. But anyway, we're back in Shittown. We've got some Gerons to the right. We're poisoned, of course. And you do definitely want to head back to the next bonfire over here, just because if you fall to your death or if you get killed, it's worth it to take the extra time to just come back up here and rest, rather than dying and then spawning back all the way in the Demon Ruins. There's nothing worse than that. I mean, there are plenty of things worse, but it makes you feel like you've been lazy. And I have a problem doing the platforming on these lifts that are coming up, and I often fall to my death, and that's the biggest reason why I save my progress there. Look at this, it's not even letting me go up. It happens occasionally over here. Do you think that's the DS fix causing issues? I'm not sure. But anyway, we're going to head up here and see what we're going to do is we're going to pick up a Firekeeper Soul over here, because we're going to be running right past the Firekeeper Soul once we leave the new Londo Ruins coming up. This is the one that I almost always fall to my death on, right here. Always. I don't know. Just watch out for the auto wall recovery over here, because it can throw you off. And then we're going to be heading on up to this ladder, and then dealing with a whole bunch of these blow dart snipers. And yes, okay, so let's just face it, you are going to turn toxic. I mean, these guys are too much of bitches for you not to. So it says, okay, so there, we do have a blooming purple moss clump, which says it reduces toxin, or what did it say? It says reduces toxic. So that doesn't mean it cures toxic to me. It means it reduces it. In reducing it, it may cure it. I don't know. However, just eat the toxic. Just eat it up. Just take it. Just take it like a man. And what we're going to be doing is just healing to offset the damage we're taking from toxic. So I think there's like 5, maybe 6 of these snipers. Here's another one in this corner. I think we're going to miss that item up and to the left, but the Firekeeper Soul is below us. There are dogs kind of guarding it. A couple of these red dog fire shitters. So get a plunge attack on them. And I suppose if you wanted to, you could homeward bone your way to the previous bonfire. However, that will require us to do the platforming on that device that I mentioned a moment ago, that I have issues with the platforming. So I'm going to instead do the dirtier path here, and then just take care of these guys, because I know that this will loop back to where we were, and then we can proceed up the ladders and pick up the new Londo Ruins key presently. I hate these guys. So I think the blooming purple moss actually does reduce the toxin a little bit. So if you don't have much built up and you pop one of those, you're likely to have your status effect cured. But boy, I've been having so much damn fun with this project. You have no idea. I'm loving doing these commentaries. Okay, so it looks like we're still toxic. And I think I'm going to try to pop one of these blooming purple moss clumps and let's see what happens. Yeah, it reduced the toxic to a point where it was no longer building up. And now we're cured. Okay, watch out for these guys. I still have the battle axe because I haven't got to Andre yet, obviously. And in this game, just going to the bonfires doesn't repair your weapons like it does in the previous or the subsequent games. In fact, in Dark Souls 3, I've never had anything break on me. I don't even know why they have it. Interestingly, too, that the first Mimic chest in the game is actually in Sen's Fortress. That's quite deep into the game, so... Okay, so as you come up here, you will observe 3 of these ogres. And if you want to fight them, go for it. It's not very fun because they're all aggroed in a grotesque mob. But come up here. And just be very careful because if you fall here, you're going to want to kill yourself. It's a long way back. So... Anyway, you can head over there to the right to see the drakes if you like. There is the door which we needed to use the key on. And here is New Londo Ruins. I think we've been here, right? Because we picked up that Firekeeper soul earlier. And we're just going to pick up a couple of items over here. And then we're heading back up to Firelink Shrine, and I will show you the most expeditious way to get back to the Undead Parish outside of the Sen's Fortress. So we're sitting pretty with over 40,000 souls here. And just be careful here because if you fall off or anything like that, you're going all the way back down in the pit of shit. So if you come up here now, having not killed Lautrec, this Firekeeper will be dead. But since we took care of Lautrec, she's alive, and we can reinforce our flask to +3. So now we're really sitting pretty, but we're going to use our souls here for some upgrades later. There's Crestfallen. We're going to rest at the bonfire. And just remember, I believe earlier I mentioned that you need to send the lift down. Hopefully I included that in the guide. The lift being in the church where the gargoyles are on top of the roof over there, so that you can have this shortcut. If for some undesirable reason you didn't open the shortcut earlier, you know, you might have to go 10 minutes out of your way to go back through the Undead Burg and across the bridge. It's not the end of the world, it's just a little annoying, but this is definitely the fastest way back. Okay, so we're back in the Undead Parish. Now we're heading over to Andre. We are going to definitely pick up that restoration box so that we can repair weapons. We're going to modify some weapons, and we're going to be using some chunks to upgrade a very good spear that we're going to get in Sen's Fortress entitled the Lightning Spear. But for now, you guys, take care.